I was one of the Native American children, adopted at birth and removed from our country's Indian reservation system. I was raised in a small middle-class farming community, but was never told of my true American Indian heritage. It was still taboo back in those early days. The years passed, and in 1987 I lost both parents. While going through their personal belongings, my wife discovered my adoption papers and she began a search. 5 years later, I was reunited with my biological Lakota family, living on the Lower Brule Sioux Indian Reservation of South Dakota. I am a son of two mothers and a product of two worlds that had collided, but I have an equal amount of love and pride for both. I'm Paul LaRoche, and the stories you are about to see are an attempt to share this true American story of a hidden heritage.
Hello, and welcome to Hidden Heritage. Today we come together to honor our veterans, those who have served and sacrificed for our freedoms. On this Veterans Day, we honor all veterans and pay special tribute to Native American veterans who have a unique and proud tradition of service in the United States military. Throughout history, Native Americans have served in the armed forces at higher rates per capita than any other ethnic group in America. Despite challenges, barriers, and historical wounds, Native men and women have answered the call to protect their lands, families, and communities. Many Native Americans choose to serve not only as defenders of a country, but also as defenders of a way of life. For them, protecting this land is about honoring the sacrifices of ancestors and continuing a duty to future generations. Today, we pay special respect to those Native veterans who served in conflicts near and far, those who walked battlefields in foreign lands, who endured the hardships of combat, and who returned with the visible and invisible scars of war. They served in every branch, in every conflict, and in every role, often while facing significant challenges of their own back home. And for those who did not return, we honor them today with silence, memory, and respect. One of the most remarkable aspects of Native American veteran service has been the continued use of Native language in the line of duty. During World War I and II, Native code talkers played a critical role in securing Allied victories. The Navajo, Comanche, Choctaw, and other tribes, their languages were used as unbreakable codes, saving countless lives and contributing to the preservation of freedom. And so today, we thank not only these code talkers, but all Native veterans who have brought honor to their tribes, their families, and their country through their service. As we reflect on the deep contributions of Native American veterans, it's essential to acknowledge the challenges many have faced upon returning home. Native veterans experience higher rates of homelessness, mental health challenges, and limited access to health care services. And yet they remain pillars in their communities, advocating not only for their rights as veterans, but also for future generations. In recent years, a renewed effort has emerged to address these challenges and to honor Native veterans as they deserve. There's a growing movement to recognize November as National Native American Heritage Month, a fitting month to celebrate Veterans Day, as it provides an opportunity to honor and spotlight the incredible contributions Native Americans have made, both in military service and beyond. In Native culture, respect to veterans runs deep. In many tribes, veterans lead traditional ceremonies and carry the honor of bearing the flag at powwows and gatherings. They are often given the title of warriors, and they carry this role with humility and honor. Veteran honor songs resonate in the air, and communities gather to recognize and remember to say thank you for your service, thank you for your sacrifice. On this Veterans Day, we join together to extend our deepest gratitude to all veterans, and especially to our Native American veterans. We honor your courage, we remember your sacrifice, and we stand by you in your continued journey. May we, as a nation, learn from the examples set by Native veterans, their resilience, loyalty, and dedication to a way of life that values freedom, community, and respect. Thank you to all who have served. Today, we honor you. I close this episode with a veterans tribute from our group, Brûlé.
He said, Paul, today there are over 550 recognized tribes. And if we brought them all together for just a moment, we'd still be the smallest of the minorities here in America. He paused for just a minute. The finished part of the story, the conclusion, there was a statistic in there, and one I had never heard before. It really caught me by surprise. I'll tell you that. I've checked it out. I find it to be authentic and valid to this day, 17 years later. What he had said was, even though we are the smallest of the minorities, we still have the largest number of men and women per capita, the largest number of men and women per capita that enter the military every year. He was proud to pass this along. And it was then that I realized that the warrior spirit still runs through the hearts of the people. And the pride and love for this country, our country, theirs still runs very high, very strong. There was an honoring several times that weekend that took place that had such an impact on my family and I. I made a personal commitment that whenever given the opportunity later in life, I would provide such a recognition. Never did I realize that we'd be here 17 years later and be able to provide this recognition hundreds, thousands of times actually. I've seen this honoring many times here in Branson at these theaters, and perhaps this evening, this will be the first time that we provide this honoring in the traditional Native American way to our servicemen and women and veterans, translated as a song we simply call Soldier Boy.